What if I told you that one of the biggest mysteries of the Cold War was about spies or secret weapons? A story that sounds like it's straight out of science fiction, involving advanced technology, bizarre experiments, and a quest for something otherworldly. This is the story of the Yaga project. Let's rewind to the height of the Cold War. The space race is on. The nuclear arms race is escalating, and both the US and the USSR are pouring massive resources into gaining a technological edge. But behind the Iron Curtain, a clandestine project was underway, so secret that even today, details are shrouded in rumor and classified documents. This wasn't about building a bigger bomb or a faster rocket. This was Project Yaga. The name itself is intriguing. Was the name a simple coding name, or a hint at the project's esoteric nature? Officially, here, the project's goal was stated as research into advanced energy fields, an unconventional propulsion. But whispers from former insiders and leaked documents paint a much wilder picture. They suggest Yaga was an attempt to understand and potentially weaponize something called torsion fields. Now, what are torsion fields? In mainstream physics, they're a hypothetical concept. The theory suggests that in addition to gravity, electromagnetism, and the nuclear forces, there's a fifth fundamental force generated by the spin or angular momentum of matter. Imagine every spinning particle, from an electron to a planet, creating a subtle vortex in the fabric of space. Proponents claimed these fields could transmit information without any loss of energy, travel faster than light, and even influence gravity and the flow of time itself. To the Soviet military, this sounded like the ultimate breakthrough. The heart of Project Yaga was rumored to be located in a remote, heavily guarded facility deep in the Siberian wilderness, far from prying eyes and spy satellites. The lead scientist, according to some sources, was a brilliant but eccentric physicist named Dr. Anatoly Aviv, a man obsessed with pushing the boundaries of known science. Under his direction, the Yaga team supposedly built massive, complex devices designed to generate and manipulate these torsion fields. Imagine huge, spinning gyroscopes cooled to near absolute zero, powerful electromagnetic coils, and unique crystalline structures, all working in unison to create a stable torsion field. Early experiments were said to be promising, if a bit strange. Reports mentioned objects levitating, clocks running at different speeds within the lab, and strange light phenomena. The researchers allegedly discovered that these fields could have profound biological effects as well, accelerating plant growth and even demonstrating unusual healing properties. But as the experiments grew more ambitious, things started to get weird and dangerous. One of the most persistent rumors about Project Yaga is the Chronos Mirror experiment. The goal was to use a powerful, focused torsion field to essentially reflect or bend time, allowing them to peer into the past or even the future. Accounts describe a device that created a shimmering, hazy distortion in the air, like looking through a heat haze. Inside this distortion, operators reportedly saw fleeting images, glimpses of historical events, strange landscapes, and sometimes unsettling, unidentifiable scenes. The danger was very real. Operators complained of disorientation, memory loss, and vivid nightmares after being near the device. There are darker rumors of researchers who got too close and simply vanished, or were driven mad by what they saw. The project was allegedly consuming an enormous budget, and the Kremlin was getting impatient for concrete, weaponizable results. The pressure was mounting on Dr. Evseev and his team. This leads us to the climax of the Yaga legend, the infamous incident of 1991. Just as the Soviet Union was beginning to crumble, a final, massive experiment was conducted. The goal was to create a torsion field so powerful it could theoretically act as a defensive shield, capable of deflecting incoming missiles or even cloaking an entire facility. They powered up their largest generator, a monstrosity of spinning metal and raw power, pushing it far beyond its safety limits. What happened next is a matter of intense debate. The official story is that there was a catastrophic power failure, a simple industrial accident. But unofficial accounts tell a different tale. They speak of a blinding flash of light that lit up the Siberian sky for miles, followed by a wave of energy that knocked out all electronic equipment in the region. When rescue teams finally reached the remote facility, they found a scene of bizarre devastation. The central laboratory was gone, not blown up, but simply gone, with a perfectly smooth, glassy crater in its place. The surrounding forest showed signs of extreme heat and strange radiation, but not the kind associated with a nuclear event, and the entire research team, including Dr. Rivsev, had vanished without a trace. It was as if the experiment hadn't just failed, it had torn a hole in reality and taken everything with it. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, the Yaga project was officially terminated. The records were sealed, the remaining facilities dismantled, and the entire endeavor was swept under the rug. But did it really end? Some theorists believe the research didn't stop. It just went deeper underground, picked up by shadowy elements of the new Russian government, or even sold to the highest bidder on the black market. Others claim that the legacy of Yaga is still with us. They point to modern research in Russia on spin fields and axion physics as a continuation of EVCV's work, just under a different name. Could the bizarre and unexplained phenomena sometimes reported by pilots and astronauts be related to ongoing torsion field experiments? It's a tantalizing thought. So, what are we to make of all this? Is the Yaga project a true story of a secret Soviet program that brushed up against the limits of reality? Or is it a masterful piece of Cold War disinformation, a modern myth designed to mislead Western intelligence? The evidence is scarce and often contradictory. A mix of alleged eyewitness accounts, dubious documents, and a whole lot of speculation. But isn't that what makes it so fascinating? The story of Project Yaga sits at the perfect intersection of history, science, and folklore. It reminds us that during a time when humanity was reaching for the stars, some were also trying to unlock the deepest, most fundamental secrets of the universe itself, no matter the cost. Whether it was real or not, the legend forces us to ask, what other secrets are still out there, buried in the archives of the Cold War, waiting to be discovered? What other Yaga projects are happening right now, in secret labs around the world? The truth, as they say, might be stranger than any fiction we could imagine. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into one of history's most mysterious scientific endeavors. If you enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more explorations into the unknown. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about the Yaga project? Fact, fiction, or something in between? Until next time, stay curious.